Greetings, gorgeous beings of light from the spectacular Gold Coast hinterland in Queensland, Australia. My name is Seraphim. Let's begin by just taking a long, slow, big belly breath in, letting it out with a sigh. Let's do this several times to bring your awareness within. I'd like you to keep breathing and letting go. I'll tell you some more about this exciting 28 Days to Absolute Love program we are commencing today. I've been thinking about doing this, but I'm also today starting an 111-hour water fast. So I was thinking, let's give it a miss. But this morning, when I just popped into Facebook for something completely different, the first thing I saw was the promo pic for 28 Days to Bliss, which we did 2 years ago today. So I'm taking that as a sign that yes, we should do this 28 Days to Absolute Love, which is way, way, way beyond unconditional love and existed way, way, way before someone invented that term or made unconditional love the in thing. So you may ask me, what's the difference between the two? Well, unconditional love implies that if you do something wrong, or if you stuff up, or if there's something, whatever, that's out of sorts, or that you're having an out of sorts day, that someone or something will love you unconditionally, meaning that they'll see past your mistakes. But that's something that's been done by humans, in my humble opinion, to try and make sense. Or there's like something in the background going, oh my God, there's something bigger than this. And that something bigger, in my humble experience, is absolute love. And you are always absolute love. You absolute love no matter what you do. You were absolute love before you stepped into this lifetime, and you'll be absolute love when you leave it. And it is underlying everything. It is who you are at the very core essence of who you were born to be. Like, it's who you are before you were born. And so then all of the stuff from your parents, the stuff in your mother's womb, the stuff in your father, and the stuff in, that came down in the cells of your body, in the DNA from your mother and father, and then all the stuff in society and religion and schooling, etc., etc. So it is who you are before you took a body. But it's still present there. It's just covered up with these layers of stuff, in inverted commas. So take a big breath in for me, please. So what we're going to endeavour to do in these 28 days to absolute love is to activate that love within you. Let's breathe for me, please. Big belly breath in. I can feel already that's triggering some of the stuff that's there. Just breathe. So this is the introduction to the 28 Days to Bliss, but on the 28 Days to Absolute Love, when you will be filled with bliss by the end of the 28 days. And on the very first day, we're going to take you back to that point of absolute love, which you may or may not feel anything at this point, and it's not relevant whether you can feel it at this point. We're just trusting that some of you who show up daily for the 28 days will be able to feel that absolute love at the end of the 28 days. Because I've been on my spiritual path in this life for 40 odd years, 40 plus years. And I know that I've been on my spiritual path for at least 5,000 other years in other lifetimes. And from what I can see, there's so many spiritual people that have done so much, but they're still struggling. They're still struggling to make money. They're still struggling to have cool relationships or rewarding and loving relationships. And they're still struggling with their health. All the stuff we care about: health, wealth, happiness, joy, bliss, relationships, love. Just breathe for me, please. Deeply, deeply spiritual people that have been on their path for a long time. And I have been guided by Source that the reason for this is the lack of love that we feel for ourselves and for humanity. And if we recognize this point of love before we come into a body with white skin, brown skin, Chinese, African, American, Australian, New Zealand, whatever, all the tags that get put on us from the time we're born, and we can go back to that absolute love and wake it up in every one of our 100 trillion cells and 100 trillion telomeres, then you will not only see that absolute love in yourself, you will be able to see it in everyone around you, and also in nature, in the trees, in the birds, in your pets, and everything. And so that's my goal for these 28 days to absolute love. The way to get the best out of them is show up every day. It is common when I do these free programs that I have lots of people to start with. Then by the time we get to about day 8, you've all dropped off. And the reason that people drop off is because they get this really big rush in the first few days that they're listening to it. And when they get to about day 8, I don't feel that big buzz anymore. But that doesn't mean that a lot of them go, oh, you stop putting your good stuff in there, which is not true. Good stuff is in me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all of my life, Excuse me, and it's the same for you. But what's happening, that's your ego just trying to stop you from going where you need to go. What's happening is about somewhere between day 8, 10 and 15, your energy begins to, so it's usually around 8 to 12, your energy begins to match the energy that's coming in. And if you would just stick with it and not quit, by about day 15 to 28, that's when the good stuff starts to happen, because you're vibrating at a high frequency. So do as you wish. I'm doing this program for me first, because I know that the key is to connect to absolute love every day. We usually end up with a lot of Americans that join us, and so it is the 1st of February today, but it is still the 31st of Jan there. But it works out well because they're usually all sleeping when I load it, and then if they listen to it first thing in the morning. And then Aussies and New Zealanders and people on this side of the world, you have the rest of the day to practice the skills that I ask you to practice. So the other thing that I'm going to try to do, which will be a big miracle if it happens, is keep these recordings to under 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Because I'm known to go off on tangents, and it's good training for me to learn to focus. The other reason I'm doing this is because it's the marketing for me. I'm over all the other stuff. I believe in vibration. Vibration attracts similar vibrations. We have our next, we did a 12-week Activate God in You and End Your Suffering Now. Actually, back then last time we called it End Your Separation Consciousness Now. But it was a beta program, and we did some things to improve it. And we started out with just 4 things, which was to connect to the 5th dimension, connect to the quantum, connect to your quantum heart, and then to connect to the God within. And the rest of it was just based on the training that was required by the 10 people that were in the group. Well, we have some kind of finer plans there. Like, we ended up having to stop and do connect to the quantum heart for several weeks because a few people didn't get that. And this is all stuff that I've learned since Spirit came to me in 1997 and taught me how to connect to the 5th dimension. So it's a big thing now. And unfortunately, there's a lot of false information about the fifth dimension because everybody's just sitting around waiting for a spaceship to come save them. That is not what the fifth dimension is. It is about your awakening, the God source being of light you truly are within every cell of your being, and raising your frequency up out of 3D, out of the matrix, where all the cool stuff happens. So that's the very beginning. But since then, in 2015, I learnt to connect to the quantum when I ran flat out for 7 hours and was incapable of running for 7 minutes prior to that big miracle happening. Quantum Heart came in last year sometime, and then the year before that, I think it was, and then the Quantum God Source came in about August, September last year. So, or connecting to the God within, activating the God within. So it is a 12-week program. It is for 10 participants only. And so if you would like to join us for that, you can go to my website, www.elmaraseraphim.com, and just complete the contact form and apply for a free discovery session, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And once the class is full, that's it, it's full. We've just gone just past 11 minutes and 11 seconds. So I will just finish this off because it is an introduction. So the best way for you to get, so if you'd like to do that along the way, if you feel, oh my God, this lady is an absolute genius, which I am, and I'm more of a genius at making miracles happen in people's lives. You can see on my YouTube channel, there is about 4 or 5 video testimonials, and then there's like decades of testimonials on my website, written ones before videos became a thing, that you can go check out as well. But if you feel like you want to learn, if you've done Reiki and you've done Theta and you've done pranic healing and you've done all that stuff and you're still hitting a glass ceiling, or you're still in a job just over broke, or you're still searching for your soul's purpose and why you came here, then you may want to consider doing this program with us. I have only 10 participants in the class so that everyone gets their needs met. So if you'd like to join us, we would love to work with you if it is the right next step for you. Breathe for me, please. Just checking that I have nothing else to tell you, as this is an introduction to it. So yeah, just show up every day. Do it every day. Don't miss a day. If you miss a day, your ego will talk you into missing 2 days or 3 days. And if you're a busy person and you have to go to work, then just make it your commitment to get up half an hour earlier and do it. I'm going to try, do not use that word try. I am going to endeavour to keep them under 11 minutes and 11 seconds. And some days I will give you practical things that you can do, just little things that you can do throughout the day that will increase your connection to absolute love. And other days I will just sit in absolute love. And that's what the recording will be. And all you have to do is breathe and see if we can entrain you into that place, because it's still there. No matter how much poop you've gone through in your life, no matter how much people have told you you're not good enough, you're not worthy, or you have religious stuff that's stopping you from moving forward, or parents nagging in your ear, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, whatever, no matter what shit has happened to you throughout your life, the absolute love of who you are is still there, and it's been there since the second before you entered into, or you came into, it came into being in your mum's tummy at the moment of conception, is the word I'm looking for there. It's been there since the second before you came into that moment of conception in your mother's tummy. So it doesn't matter what stuff she was going through when she was pregnant, what stuff she taught you since then, or your father or whatever, and any stuff that came down in the DNA. You can change all of that by connecting to absolute love. And the really cool thing about when you connect to absolute love, just your presence activates it in other people. And that's when your higher vibration, I'm not going to make any claims because stupid people out there go and try and sue you for it. I'm just saying to you, please show up for the 28 days and see what shows up in your life at the end of those 28 days. Just breathe for me, please. So the program will go from today, the 1st of February, to the 28th of February 2024. We would love, love, love for you to join us, and we would love for you to tell your friends about it as well. Just breathe. And we would love for you to share in the comments what happens for you during those 28 days. Alrighty. I'm so looking forward to doing this program for myself and for any of you that join us. And just again, my website is www.elmara, Seraphim, ELMARA, SERAPHIM for Mary.com. Complete the contact form if you'd like to join us for our next 12-week Activate God in You program. Love, love, love. My deepest love and richest blessings to you all. And bye for now.